Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and like I said before, I was going to review two Schwarzenegger films, and they deal kind of with, they take place during the holidays. And some people may not think it for this film, but it does. It does take place because it was in the realm of Y2K, that was going to be the end of the world. I know the film came out, I think, around November or something, and the film takes place around, because you see, Christmas type stuff, and supposed to take place around, when the new year comes up. And of course the film came out in 1999, like I said, the Y2K stuff. And that is End of Days. And this is inspired by my good friend Mike, OCPcommunications, who did a review of this. He recently saw this for the first time, really loved it. I did a review for this long ago, but I had a trailer and I didn't copyright police. So, well. But I'm fine with it because I love this film to death. I would say, out of all of Arnold Schwarzenegger's films, I would say this is the most underrated film. I put The Running Man in there as well, because I don't think The Running Man gets enough credit. So this and The Running Man, because at least people give credit to Predator and Commando, which I love to death. But The Running Man in this film, I think... but I think even of those two, this one gets more crap. And I don't understand it. End of Days... I love to death. I got to see this in the movie theater back in 1999, and it was a wonderful experience. I think it's without a doubt one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger films. And even this kind of subject, dealing with the devil and dealing with, the devil coming to town and wanting to do some shit. This is my favorite in that kind of genre as well, sort of religious horror type of thing. This is my kind of movie, and this is directed by Peter Hyams, who is a director I absolutely enjoy. I haven't seen all of his films once again. I know there's some films I have to check out, but, based on time. But from Outland to 2010 to The Relic, Sudden Death, Time Cop, Stay Tuned, I really enjoy his stuff. And this is a film he had done after The Relic, and I love The Relic. But this film bombed, and after this he did The Musketeer, which I didn't see, and then A Sound of Thunder, which could have been great, but got just a fuck up, which is too bad. And this is written by a guy named Andrew W. Marlowe, who also wrote Air Force One and Hollow Man. Two other films I really enjoy. But what this film is about, you have Arnold Schwarzenegger as Jericho Kane, who used to be a cop, but he's more like working for this outfit that shoots out bodyguards. Hey, this person needs guarding, sort of like a certain service to protect people, do security details, that kind of thing. And Arnold's character has been through a lot. He's burned out. First time we see Arnold, he's ready to kill himself, so he does a Martin Riggs type thing. And he's ready to kill himself, but his partner, played by Kevin Pollak, stops him. And he does this fun thing that you saw a lot in the 80s and 90s. I remember they did this a little bit like in Stone Cold and a lot of the films, where he puts like all this stuff in a blender. But only in Stone Cold is for his lizard, but here it's Arnold's putting all this stuff, breakfast most important meal of the day, and drinks it. It's like, wow, this is powerful shit. And he's protecting this business guy played by Gabriel Byrne. And during it, someone tries to kill Gabriel Byrne, and Arnold has to chase this guy. And you get a really exciting chase sequence where Arnold gets connected to a helicopter. It goes on top of a rooftop where Arnold is hovering because there's a cable connecting him to a helicopter, and he's trying to race this guy fleeing, and Arnold's chasing this guy through New York. Finally gets to this guy. One that leads to another, stops the guy. He hears the guy talk, and we see through his eyes the guy talks, but then when they look at him, the guy has no tongue. So you're wondering what the fuck's going on. You find out that Gabriel Byrne's character has actually been possessed by the devil. And the devil wants this girl, played by Tunney, who has been chosen to pretty much bear his child. In other words, the devil, Gabriel Byrne, wants to fuck Tunney, and that will help end the world. Tunney ain't that bad, so fucking her shouldn't end the world, but that's the plot of the movie, Antichrist and all that shit. Just 666, Upside Down, it was 1999 and all that stuff. And basically Arnold has to figure out what's going on about Robin Tunney's character, where she's at, and the protector from the devil. And basically it's Arnold versus the devil, and Arnold gets to kick some ass, sir. And that's what I enjoy about this film. This film had a budget behind it. I thought it was extremely entertaining, well directed. I think Peter Hyams is a great director. Again, if you see Outland and Narrow Marge and such, this guy is a talented director. You see Time Cop. I think the lighting of the film and the way the film looks is very well done, very professional. I wouldn't say it's scary, but it was entertaining. I didn't think it would be scary, but it's nice to see Arnold in a horror film. It was nice to see him in Predator. It's nice to see. That's why I wish Stallone would do a film like a horror type of film. The closest he did with ICU, which I like ICU, but that has problems with his editing. But I would love to see like Stallone do an all-out horror film. Because it was nice to see Arnold do this kind of role. And going through the actors, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I thought he gave a great performance. People say he's too serious, but what's wrong with that? I like that he's serious. I like that his character, basically his wife and kid were murdered. And you have a scene where the devil tries to tempt Schwarzenegger, showing him what happened, this is what you can have. Okay, fine, you don't want that here. And shows his family get killed, and Arnold's reaction, his performance. It's like, you want to fuck with me, huh? You're so bad, huh? You're a fucking choir boy compared to me. A choir boy. And I loved it. I thought Arnold did a badass job. And Gabriel Byrne as the devil, he's very funny, has a sense of humor. I know, like my friends mentioned a very funny scene where you have a skateboarder who bumps into him and tells him to fuck off, but he has like a Satan t-shirt, and Gabriel Byrne says, nice t-shirt. He's like, fuck you, man. And skateboarder goes, and Gabriel Byrne goes, hey kid. The kid turns and gets hit by a fucking bus. And Gabriel Byrne turns and, nice shirt. Walks away. Also, the scene like I was talking about between Gabriel Byrne and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Gabriel Byrne's dialogue is really good about how that Bible is the most hideous excuse of, something about how, God just had a good publisher. He just had a good manager. He had a good, forget the exact words. He just had a good publicist. And he's like, Guilt, no, I don't do guilt. I think, me, I don't do guilt. Guilt's not for me. I like what Gabriel Byrne does with the role. He has a lot of fun with the role. He's very entertaining, but he's also badass. In one instance, he punches a guy right through his fucking head. And another, he takes a guy and twists his head around like a fucking 180 turn. So he's like, this guy doesn't mess around. And granted, that could be the problem with the movie, because when you bring the devil into the film, it's like, well, how come he can do this, but he can't do that? It's like, how come there's certain limits to his power? Like, in one instance, he can piss, it'll be gasoline, and help blow up Kevin Pollak. But in the other, he can't stop, an Austrian bodybuilder. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but it's a movie. That's what the movie's about. I can't say they're wrong, but at the same time, if I like everything else about it, I'll let that go. And what I like about it is, again, it took a serious turn of the film, but it has some sense of humor, like between Arnold and Kevin Pollak. Like, Arnold's not sure about Kevin Pollak, and then shoots him. And Kevin Pollak's like, you shot me! Oh, you're bleeding. Of course I'm bleeding. It's just a scratch. Stop being a pussy. So you have some humor in that as well. But you have some really good images. Like this scene here where they go see this priest and they find him hung upside on top of the fucking ceiling. Just nailed there, crucified there. Or you have a sequence where Arnold is trying to get in this place and you have this guy who's blind. It looks like he's got stitches in his eyes. And he's like, I spill much hate and anger in you. You may pass. I like that his character was Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. He doubted stuff. Like, I know my friend Effie was talking to me about this film. He said he liked that Arnold kind of doubted certain things, like, between that and my Glock, I'll take my Glock. Or, what, so God ordered a hit on a girl? Because I also have this little bit of business at the Vatican wants to kill the girl so that Gabriel Byrne doesn't get hurt, but they're doing a bad thing as well. And Arnold kicks some ass. I mean, Arnold kicks down and fucks these Vatican assholes up. There's a scene where he thinks his police, not partner, but sort of CEO above him, played by this actor CCH Pounder, thinks it's her friend, but he's like, what's going on here? And he actually has one of those devices where he has guns, like inside his sleeve. He can able to pull it out. Two pistol bang bang the motherfucker. Bitches. You have a scene where you have this old lady that works for Gabriel Byrne, fucks Arnold up, and she's like, must have some superhuman strength, just fucks Arnold up, and Arnold's like, BAM! And what I like the fact is that Arnold is getting beaten up. He's not just Superman here. I like Superman Arnold, but also like it when your heroes get beaten up. It makes you root for him more, and he's getting hurt, he's getting banged up. But it's like, fuck you, and slams her head right into glass, so glass like sticking out of her neck. Or you have the scene where all these people who are like sort of possessed or minions of the devil, Arnold's fighting them, and he's having the upper hand, and does like, oh fuck you with a trash can lid. But then he gets crucified up. And Rod Steiger, who I really like his character, he's a father. I really like that. I really like Rod Steiger, may he rest in peace, and he does a good job in this film as well. There's another world out there. Rod Steiger, really great performance from him. Then Arnold goes in and gets all these fucking guns and gets grenade launches, goes in, kicks some ass, shoots the fucking devil, shoots the minions. They get on the subway train, the subway fucks up, shooting more people. And the scene where they're inside the subway where Arnold's with Robin Tunney always remind me of when I played Resident Evil 2. There's a scene in Resident Evil 2 where Leon is with Ada Wong, is in this little subway car, and you have this hand coming through the ceiling. The devil does the same thing. He pushes his hand through this guy who's driving the subway car, like rips his fucking heart out and pulls him out. So it is R-rated, bloody, violent, which I liked as well. But like, the hand would go through and Arnold would shoot it. I'm like, holy shit, it's like Resident Evil 2. And I was playing Resident Evil 2 a lot at that time. So, oh yeah, that's cool. It's like that. And I like that at the end where Arnold realizes he's got to, regain his faith again. He prays to God. And you have, I think Stan Winston and his group helped with some of the stuff, which I like the designs. I really like the special effects. For 1999's sake, I like the special effects. Once in a while, you get a little bit, like there's this weird guy who sees Robin Tunney. He like breaks away in glass form. That special effect, some of it's decent and some of it doesn't hold up the best. But the end with the devil preacher, I like it. I like when all the church is going fucked up and things are exploding left and right. And then Arnold, he gets possessed, but he fights back and he throws himself and sacrifices himself to save Robin Tunney and the world, which is cool because he sees his wife and kid. So letting us know that Arnold sees them, Arnold's going to be with them, which makes it more of a happy ending because Arnold didn't have anything to live for, but he will be able to be with his wife and kid. So I think Arnold Schwarzenegger did a great job. A lot of people make fun of Arnold's performance, saying it's shitty, it sucks, you can't understand what he's saying. Maybe you need to fucking put some Q-tips in your ears then, because I understood everything he said. I think he did a really good job. I think this is one of his best performances. I like that he was serious. It was a change of pace. It was a change of pace from just superhero. It was nice to see him do something different. I think he did a great job. Same with Collateral Damage. And I thought he had a good character. It was an interesting character. Gabriel Byrne was a great villain. Very great presence as the villain. Had a good sense of humor. The action scenes rocked, well directed by Peter Hyams, and it had a good epic feel scope to it, whether seeing it on the big screen or seeing it on my TV. I thought the score was fine by, I want to get the guy's name, John Debney. Creature Fests by Stan Winston Studio. I like what they did. It was definitely R-rated and violent and visceral. It's a fun, entertaining, kick-ass action movie. And I think it's a good horror movie. Scary, no. But entertaining, fuck yeah. So I love this film to death. I don't know more I can say. I think End of Days kicks a lot of ass. I love it to death. I think 2 big thumbs up. Gold-plated dick up. Everything in between. But anyway, that's End of Days.